Well, I wanted to talk about alcohol and what we should be considering with our alcohol intake. If any of you know me well, you know that I actually really like to have a glass of wine, and for quite a while I was a drinker of wine every day. And I didn't really think that it was affecting me at all. I could not drink, but I just enjoyed it. And then I started to learn about some of the effects that alcohol has, and I became curious enough that I thought, well, I'll just do a little experiment and see if I notice any difference. And I did. I noticed a difference, so it really changed my behavior. So I thought I would share some of that with you because alcohol can affect so many processes in our body, and you might not even be aware of it if you happen to have made a lifestyle out of it. So, first of all, what is interesting about alcohol is we're told that we process alcohol in our liver and it takes about an hour, so you want to have one drink an hour, right? And you should be okay. Maybe you wouldn't be caught for drunk driving. However, the half-life of alcohol is 4 to 5 hours. So to get even half of the amount of alcohol detoxified that you've had or out of your system, it's going to take 4 to 5 hours. And then it will take another 20 hours, so a total of 25 hours to get rid of all of the alcohol that you've had. So during the time that you're trying to get rid of the alcohol, your liver is working on processing that, which means it's not having the opportunity to focus on detoxifying other substances. And we're always in need of detoxification because we're constantly exposed to different things, including our hormones. And our hormones also need to be detoxified. Otherwise, you end up recirculating your hormones, which can cause a lot of hormonal symptoms. So we want to consider the fact that while we're drinking, that we're subverting some other processes, and so we may be getting a backup in our detoxification pathway. So that was like the first one for me, where I was like, maybe I should see about that. Also, because particularly if you're drinking later in the day, right, if you happen to have your glass of wine at 7, 8, or 9, and then you're going right to bed, when you should be doing the rest and digest and getting all of this great sleep recovery, not only for your body but for your mind. Now you're messing with your sleep cycles, you're messing with your liver, and you're starting to confuse your circadian rhythms as well. So you have a lot of processes in your sleep that could get disrupted, so you might not be waking up feeling as rested. And then you might be having a cup of coffee or 2 in the morning to wake you up, and then you're having this slump around 3 or 4, and maybe you have another coffee or you have some sugar to boost you, and then in the evening you arrive at the point where you want to have that next glass of wine or next drink, and your body has sort of reset itself to be neutral anxiety-wise or neutral stress-wise with your alcohol. So you're always sort of feeding this cycle. Even if you're not truly addicted to it, your body is dysregulated and has adapted around alcohol or some of your other behaviors. Well, drinking alcohol can also cause your cortisol levels to increase. It's stressful. It's stressful on the body to drink alcohol. And what we know about cortisol is, one, chronic stress is not good for you in many ways, but it can cause you to start gaining weight and fat. So, and I know a lot of you are concerned about that, so you want to consider that as well with your drinking. It can also, it's a depressant, right? Alcohol is a depressant, so it's going to affect your brain chemistry, your natural brain chemistry, and it can affect things like serotonin, dopamine, GABA, all that can affect your mood, your sleep, and your cognitive performance. So here's what I would say. If you're curious about it, you're going to want to take at least 3 weeks off of alcohol to see if you notice any changes. It will also give your liver some time to recover. The first time I did it, I think I did it independently, and I was like, okay, that feels better, so I guess I'm not going to drink as much. And then I did it again when I did an elimination diet. So I was really clean then in terms of what I was taking in. I haven't given up alcohol completely. I still enjoy a glass of wine, but now I'm choosing when to have it, and I'm also much more aware of what the consequences of it might be. And that's a personal thing, right? So some people can't metabolize alcohol. It is truly toxic to them, and they really shouldn't drink at all. If you're having concerns about your cognitive function, or you're having some of the hormonal symptoms like hot flashes or cognitive dysfunction, or you're having weight gain, you might want to consider also, or chronic stress, you might want to consider other options. But again, no alcohol is probably the best, but minimal or changing your behavior around drinking could be super helpful for you. So anyway, something to consider, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.